Hello guys, Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Center, and today we have a broken display from a Galaxy S10. So the client brought this into us with two large green lines on the screen. So he obviously dropped it and it landed on the top right corner of the device. So this can still be used. The phone is still responsive, it still turns on, but the two green lines on the right side can be very annoying when you want to read something. So we're going to see if this flagship device is easier or harder to repair compared to the mid-range and the entry-level smartphones. So the mid-range smartphones are typically adhesives, and the display is also held on by adhesives, and right at the get-go we have a back panel with very strong adhesives. The back panel is also damaged, so you can see the cracks, although not really noticeable, but if you have OCD you might want to replace this one together with your display. So as we open it, we can see a very almost completely shrouded back portion of the device. So these are held on by screws. So these are here to house the sensors for the wireless charging and the motherboard itself. So the only thing that's mostly exposed is the battery and the three cameras. So we're just going to slowly remove this from the back portion of the device. These are still held on by some clips. And we can see the motherboard. So the motherboard is a single piece, very complicated setup here. We have like an inverted letter C formation, and we're going to detach the battery. And let's see if the motherboard easily pops out. You have to be very careful if you're doing this on your own. If you want to do the repair yourself, you might want to be careful to not damage any of these electronics. So as you can see, the motherboard has a wide top and a very slender side and bottom. So you don't want to crack that or make that into a two-piece. You can still install it back, but it's not really gonna work because the electronic lines were broken. So we are going to remove the battery here. This is adhesive. The adhesives is just securing the battery in place, and surprise, the screen is really integrated into its own assembly. So it is just a direct uninstall and reinstall part. So we don't have to peel it off from the assembly. When you want to order from Amazon or eBay, you might want to check if it's just the glass or it's the entire assembly. So we have, in Sydney CBD, we have this glass and backlight single piece assembly for the Galaxy S10. So all that we took off from the old screen, because all the electronics are attached to the screen, we're just going to reinstall it here. So for a flagship, this is surprisingly easy to repair, but if you want a peace of mind and don't want to do it yourself, you can take your S10 to Sydney CBD Repair Center. We have the right display for you. We have the licensed technicians, we have the experience, and we're going to test it for you. But if you want to, you have to make sure that it is compatible with your S10, and then you don't have to buy anything to attach it back to the old components that is still working. just like this motherboard. So it's just a quick and easy replacement if you know what you're doing, but if you don't have to gamble. If you just bought this device and you want to keep it running for at least 2 years to get your money's worth, you won't do it yourself and risk damaging the parts that are still working. So this is a fixed Galaxy S10 device. They're ready for delivery. We're just going to test it, and the LCD is pretty responsive. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Till next time, guys. Cheers.